months, I think it's been. Long story short, we went to a field up in Missouri to go play at an abandoned high school. And I brought my camera there, or I brought my little GoPro there. And it was dead, all right? GoPro was dead, and I lost it. So, no more videos, because, you know, your boy ain't making that much money. So, this is going on my phone. Hopefully this turns out good. If not, let me know down in the comments. But I got a comment, I think it was yesterday, and I've got nothing better to do with my time, about the 8-year anniversary. And for the people that don't know, an 8-year anniversary, I ran a grenade launcher. I ran the S&T M203, you know, underbarrel slung grenade launcher that you run, and you can run shower shells or you can run tagging shells. We don't mess with no shower shells here, so I only run tagging. And in that event, it just so happened we were playing a game of Breach, you know, an attack and defend game mode. And it just so happens I was aiming at a shipping container, I'd say about 150, 200 yards, not yards. It was a waste, all right? And I tried to nail the shipping container, and a kid walked in front of my HE round, or my explosive round, and it knocked him out cold. And I felt deeply sorry for him. I still do. You know, I don't aim to harm people whenever I go play. I play to have fun. I play to get made fun of because I think it's hilarious. I like getting attention on it, you know. I was in a banana suit at the time. You know, I'll probably insert a clip of it or whatever. But yeah. So at the field that I play at, usually ACS Airsoft down in Paducah, Kentucky, come on down on the weekends. But they don't allow tag-ins anymore. Understandable. Damn near killed a kid. That's fine. But I got a comment asking the rifle I ran, or the rifle I ran that day, which what I run here is, I don't know, it's a Troy M4 body with a Valken N7 Milsim edition inside of it. A Valken N7, no. Wait. With a Redline in it. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Anyways, this here, spoiler alert, I didn't build this. I put things onto it like skunks, rails, suppressors, all the lights, you know, grip tape, whatever. I did not build this. One of my buddies who used to play airsoft with us a little while back, he got out of the sport, so he sold all of his gear to the place we play airsoft at. And then they had a swap meet. I seen it on the wall. I seen it on the Redline. You know, it was kind of on the cheaper end, so I picked it up, played with it ever since. Loved it every single time I played with it. I've never had any huge problems or anything out of it. I don't know, it's just been a good gun to me. I've only had to rebuild it once because it hasn't been lubed or anything since I got it. So I had to rebuild it, put new rings in it. Runs like a champ ever since. But got the Pro One hop up, got the tight bull barrel in it, you know, all the nice upgrades for it. It shoots laser beams. Is it semi-auto only? Yes. Do I really mind that much? No, not really. I usually see myself running through all 6 of my mags a game, just because, you know, I do. If I need somebody to get suppressed, I just sit there and spam the trigger like it's Speed TV. I don't really play that much, but yes, this rifle has been great to me. I slapped the foam filled suppressor on it because it's not super loud by itself. I'm going to show you if I got the hair left. It's not super loud by itself, but with the foam filled on it, don't think I have the air left actually. Oh yeah. Let me show you guys there. And it helps hide the end of the end of the barrel here. I've got the inner barrel sticking out just a little bit. But you know, it's not loud, but it can be much quieter whenever I throw the foam fill on it. It's just, you know, not really too big of a visual or of an audio difference, but you know, I like the way it looks. Outside, you know, inside a room, inside a fucking garage, you know, obviously it's not super quiet, but anyways, I just like running the Redline because whenever I see people playing with HPA, I'm like, wow, man, they don't, or before I knew about like jacks and F2s and all that stuff, I was like, William, you know, man, I really hate the AEGs with their batteries. I hate always going out in the middle of the field and dying, and my battery dying in the middle of the game. Damn, I gotta go switch out the battery, or damn, I gotta go walk off the field, go get a new one, or go charge it. And I'm out a couple games. With this, because this is just a mechanical engine, all it's got is a solenoid that lets air through it. So I don't need a battery on it whatsoever. Like this is just Magpul stock, or PTS stock, PTS grip. You know, I don't need any wiring. I don't have to have any space for wiring. I can just slap parts on it and make it, you know, really as lightweight if I really wanted to. But I usually kind of run it in sort of milsim configuration, sort of not. But it's done great for me so far. No complaints for Redline whatsoever. I would say if you're getting into HPA and you not really know what you're going up for, or you're going into, I would say get a Redline. Now, Polar Star has released the Kythera, which is, again, a semi-auto only. No, it's mechanical, no wiring involved, no electricity, no batteries, no nothing. It's semi-only. But with the Kythera, all I've heard people say is you have to tune it a lot. You have to get it precise enough just to get it to shoot. And then from there, you have to get it precise enough to get it to shoot how you want. With this Redline, literally, it is a drop in and you go. No complaints from it whatsoever. The only thing I'll probably change about this is here recently I've gotten me a dye mask, which if you haven't gotten a dye mask, I usually run a helmet and goggles because, you know, that's just how I like to play. That's just how I like to look. But I tried out some of my friends' dye masks here in the past couple months, and they're really comfy. I haven't had these fog. Then again, I've never had these fog. Once I took these thermal vents out, these are just like Tango combat goggles that you buy at any airsoft shop or on e-bike. These dye masks, really for the price. I mean, sure you're paying like $106 because it's just an I4, and it's a little bit shorter on the face protection here. It's a little bit shorter. The I5s go out a little bit longer, and the I5s have a little ratchet on the back instead of straps because these straps are kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. But honestly, if you want superb face protection, and you know, I haven't had it fog on me. Now, I mean, if you wear glasses like I do, I'm not wearing them right now, that your glasses will fog, but the dyes will not. I've never had one fog on me. Everybody I run with the Speed QB team. I don't really play it myself, but you know, respect to those guys. You know, they're fucking killing it out there. A lot faster than me. I'm kind of a bigger boy. I don't really do all that. But the dyes are something I'll have to recommend for iPro, or for really face wear, if you don't have one already. And if you're not going for the milsim look, or if you're going for the milsim look, they make camo ones. I mean, go for the camo one. I mean, sure, they're kind of a little bit ugly, but whatever. But again, back to the Redline. Really, no complaints about this whatsoever. I just, you know, I can spend, and really, as long as you've got a good trigger finger, and I've got, I don't remember what kind of trigger this is. It's not a speed trigger, but it's, you know, not stock either. But, you know, I really, as fast as I can spam my fingers, the fastest that, as many BBs as I'm gonna fly. Now on to the meat and potatoes of this is the M203 launcher that launches the Kangaroo. So this, this right here is the S&T M203 grenade launcher, and the action apart like that. So if you buy one of these stock, I want to say, again, I got this off of a friend. I want to say you're going to pay $80 to $120 for just the grenade launcher set alone, or just for the M203 alone. But you can get them to where mine, it comes with a clamp that you stick, so it looks like the old Vietnam barrels, or how like the old Vietnam M4s worked. You could get a clamp to where it clamped to the under side of the handguard. But this one, it's got the Picatinny adapter on it, so I can just screw it on the Picatinny however I want. wherever, however. Comes with the trigger guard. And the thing about the S&T ones is stock, they cannot run tagging shells. Because the tagging shells, they look like normal M203 or well, like normal shells, right? And they also come with a charger that you can charge with green gas, HPA, or CO2. It just depends on what kind of shell you have. I have the CO2 shells, and these things are 850 PSI. Death right there is what that is. And what I have right here is a practice round. No explosive, no nothing. And there are many different types of rounds you can get. Here with the recent Russian ammo import ban, taggings are going extinct in the States at least. Until that ban gets lifted, I probably won't be playing with the tagging. Ever. Until that gets lifted and we get more in. Because literally, the anniversary was the last time I used one. And that was the last of my rounds, except for my training round I keep at home to practice my aim or whatever. But there are the practice rounds or the dummy rounds. There's the impact rounds. They make 5-second delays, and I think they used to make a 3-second delay, but I think they stopped using those for safety purposes. Again, just talking what I remember. They make smoke rounds, which if you use just one smoke round to try to cover off an area, it doesn't disperse well enough. It's more like just instead of a scream, it's just a little, So really, if you're trying to cover an area with smoke, I'd honestly just grab, the smoke grenade off the hip and toss it, because you'd have a lot better luck getting some screen coverage. Really, the smokes for the taggings are really for if somebody's in the building and you want to maybe pop it through the window and kind of blind them in there as you move. That would probably be my only way I would actually use a smoke round. Let's see, there's the explosives, there's the smokes. There's another, the chalk rounds. There are marking rounds, which leave blue, red, I think another color, dye wherever you hit it. If you do use those, don't hit a person with it, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna stain whatever they're wearing, and you're gonna have one very pissed off person at you. I've only used it to mark trees and landmarks on a field, and that's about it. And they're kind of useless unless you have teammates that are actually gonna listen to you and be like, hey, do you know where that guy is? Oh, there's a marker around over there. Where at? Oh, well, you wasted fucking $9 on it. But really, to get started into taggings and being a Grenadier, kind of like I am, I still don't have my little, my Haley tactical belt or my plate carrier. I still need to order that. But really, the shell's gonna cost you about 80 bucks, and the charger is gonna cost you about 80 bucks. So to get into it, it's a little bit on the more expensive side, but really, and the shells, the cost on the shells differs. It depends on what you want. Like the practice shells, it's like $3 or $4. But if you want an explosive, like impact shell or a smoke shell, that's probably gonna be around $9. I think the smoke shell's $5, $6, or $7. Again, I'm just trying to spit off the top of my head. But yeah, it's expensive to get into, but really the joy I get from it, because I've always, I'm kind of a pyromaniac. I like blowing things up. And the thought of, oh God, I've got a fucking noodle arm and I can't yeet a fucking frag grenade over a door. But I can shoot a frag grenade 200 feet and get a couple kills with it. That's what sparked me into it. And again, I did not mean to hit that kid. I felt really bad, but that guy who hit it, I'll put a photo in. I got a photo of his jacket that I hit. I blew a hole through it. It was one of those thick hunting jackets. I blew a hole through it and lit it on fire, knocked him out. The dude was an absolute trooper for it. And he was, I'm pretty sure I heard he was on the field next weekend. But yeah, he had a great battle scar to tell all his buddies whenever he played. But yeah, that's really about it. Redline, I've got to say, if you want to get into HPA, Redline is probably the way to go, just because you don't have to fiddle with trigger boards and all that stuff. Literally, you drop it in there, put a line through, and you'll also have to get you a tank. And I just run a steel tank, because I don't really care, and plus the difference between steel and really for carbon tanks, off the top of my head, it's weight. Somebody down in the comments can tell me more about it, but you're paying like $80 for a steel tank versus like 160 for a carbon tank. Again, you know, personal preference for weight, but you know, I kind of don't mind it as much. And with my tank, I'll put something else in there so it doesn't jiggle around, but again, just depends on what backpack you use. But yeah, Redline, I really recommend it if you're going into HPA. It's a really nice, simple, and it's not even that expensive, really. You can get it for sub 300, usually at most places. But, and if you want to become a Grenadier, if you do, one more thing I forgot to mention. If you do buy the S&T M203 grenade launcher, because that's really the only ones I'm able to even find. I think you can find the Magbull XM1203s, but I haven't had any experience with those. I've got a guy at the field I can talk to about them because I think he has one of those. But the S&T M203s, you're gonna have to take the safety out because the pin, here we go, show you real quick. The pin on it does not extend out far enough. It only extends out to about there when it's supposed to go all the way out. Because the safety that's supposed to be right there, which I've still got it so I can put it in whenever. The safety is blocking just a little bit more clearance for it. So you have to take the safety out, and all you have to do is just knock one pin out and it'll just come right out. And all you have to do is put it back in, put the pin back in, you're ready to roll. But yeah, for me, I just run taggings through this thing. They're very fun to use. Before you take a tagging out into the field, you have to check up on the rules and regulations for that field for grenade launchers and for tagging. Because most fields don't allow them for the exact reason of the 8-year anniversary, whenever that poor kid got hit with one. Because I didn't know personally what happened I was always curious in the back of my mind. I knew what happened if you got hit with one of these. It left you with a big old bruise on your chest. Because one of my buddies got hit with one. I didn't know what the explosive would do, and I know what it does now. So going forward, I'm being more cautious whenever I do use it. But you need to absolutely have to make sure the rules and regulations, because these things will absolutely hurt somebody if you use the taggings. But yeah, that's all I have to say today. If you got any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them down in the comments below. I'm gonna try to keep making more videos. I should be getting a camera here in a month or two-ish, you know, maybe. But if you guys like this video, make sure to drop a comment, drop a like, you know, hit that subscribe button. We just hit 300 subscribers. Not really sure why I haven't been uploading, but you know, thank you guys for that. I will try to make sure more content comes out. I'm literally recording this on my phone. So for the quality, I'm sorry. You know, if the audio quality's not that good either, I'm sorry about that too. But again, I hope you guys have an amazing day and have a good day.